We are here in Lexington, Kentucky, as the Eastern Michigan Eagles come into town with their 1-0 record coming off of last week's victory, and they are looking to improve to 2-0 on the road against an SEC Power 5 opponent in Kentucky. The Eastern Michigan Eagles have never defeated a Power 5 conference team in the history of their football program, so a win here today will be absolutely monumental for the Eagles as they try and get that off their back and move forward in this season as they look to have back-to-back winning records for the first time in over 30 years nearly here at Eastern Michigan. So without further ado, let's get into this one. Eastern Michigan Eagles in the Kentucky Wildcats from Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky. The Wildcats booked this game to open the season at home, expecting to win. Eastern Michigan is not going to go down lightly. They are looking for their very first win against a Power 5 opponent, and they are looking to start this season 2-0. Here's the opening kickoff from the Wildcats. Sergio Bailey's back to receive it. He's going to take it out from about 2 deep in his end zone. He goes out to the edge. He's down the sideline. Sergio Bailey down past the 40, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Eagles! Sergio Bailey the second with a 103-yard kick return for a touchdown to open the ball game here at Kentucky. We saw Sergio Bailey make big plays last week, especially on that Hail Mary to end the half, and here he is on the very first play of the game, giving the Eagles a 7-0 lead over the Wildcats. Meanwhile, out in Philadelphia, Temple nearly pulls off the upset against Houston, but Houston squeaks it out in a 20-19 victory. Kicking back now is Barnes for the Eagles. This will be taken by Baker. And he's also going to take it out. Try and follow up Sergio Bailey. He gets past the 20 and gets brought down at about the 22. The Eagles could not have asked for a better start to this game, and as they silence the Kentucky fans and are out to an early 7-0 lead. Barker has it on the first play of the game. It's an option, which he doesn't give. Well, it looks like a play action, excuse me. And then nobody was open, so he took off and he picks up 7. Slides down to set up 2nd and 3. No huddle offense for the Wildcats. Barker again takes it, steps back in the pocket. Plenty of time, throws, and he overthrows his intended target. So a quick 3rd down here for the Eagles defense. This would be huge if they could come off the field here. Barker drops back. He throws, and it's caught by Conrad past the 45 near midfield. C.J. Conrad, 19 yards on the 3rd down. Big play there by the Wildcats. Back to the line they come. Barker drops it off again to C.J. Conrad, and he picks up 9 before he was brought down by, it looks like, Ike Calderon, who had a phenomenal game last week. Barker gives it to Koback. He goes right up the middle, and he powers forward for 11. Nice run there. Now the Wildcats are moving here on offense. Down inside Eastern Michigan's 35 now for 1st down. Barker takes the snap, drops back, and he's just going to launch it out of bounds. Nobody open, and pressure was starting to get to him. C.J. Barker in the shotgun. He'll take it. Steps back, makes a throw over the middle of the Koback, running back out of the backfield. He's inside the 20, down to the 15. Bryant Koback with a big pickup there for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 now. Drew Barker gives it to Koback. Koback up the middle. Bryant Koback once again picks up 10 on the ground. Back to the line come the Wildcats. Barker in the shotgun with Koback to his left. Epps goes in motion to the left. They give it to Koback on a draw, and he breaks a tackle and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. The Eastern Michigan Eagles jump out ahead with the opening kickoff for a touchdown. But the Wildcats make it look easy on offense, and they look to tie it up here on the extra point which is up and is good. Sergio Bailey looking to repeat what he did the first time he got a kickoff. He's going to field this one about 2 yards deep, and he's out again. This time he's going to be wrapped up just past the 20-yard line. Knew it would not be easy against any Power 5 team, especially an SEC team, even if it's just Kentucky, who are usually at the bottom of the SEC ranks. But they just have a lot more talent when you compare them to Eastern Michigan. 1st and 10. Roback will give it to Shaq Van. Shaq Van goes back outside, breaks a tackle, and he picks up 9 on 1st down. For the first time on the field is the Eagles' offense as they look to add some points here. Kentucky's offense looked great on their opening possession. 2nd and 1 here. Roback gives it to Shaq Van again, and he cuts it back inside and picks up 5 more. So 2 plays and 2 nice carries for Shaq Van to start this game. Dan Bushman goes in motion to the left. Roback gives it to Van again. This time he's going to go right up the middle, breaks a tackle, but only picks up a couple. 2nd and 8. Brogan Roback has it. He drops back. He's going to throw to the sidelines, and it's going to be dropped by Neapalu. Neapalu looked like he might have been able to corral it for a 1st down, but it's off his fingertips, and that sets up a 3rd and long for the Eagles here. 3rd and 8 from their own 36. Roback takes the snap. Roback's going to scramble out to his right. He's going to try and get the edge. He gets it, and he gets out of bounds just past the 1st down marker. Great play by Brogan Roback. 1st and 10 now. They give it to Ian Erickson on a draw, and he's right up the middle with a big hole, and he picks up 19 yards on his 1st carry of the game inside Kentucky territory. Great run by Ian Erickson. Great downfield blocking on the draw play. 1st and 10 Eagles. It's a read option. Roback's going to keep it. Roback's going to make a move and get to the outside edge, and he picks up the 1st down. Brogan Roback, not afraid of contact. He tries to make a man miss and ends up getting around the edge for the 1st. So the Eagles, so far so good in their response to the Wildcats offense. 1st and 10 now, just inside the 20. Neapalu in motion. Roback drops back. Roback over the middle, completes it to Porter, and Antoine Porter inside the 10 down to about the 6 or 7 yard line. 1st and goal, Eagles. They give it to Ian Erickson again, and Ian Erickson up to middle for an Eagles touchdown. Big time answer for the Eagles offense as they reclaim the lead. Now how will the Eagles defense respond their 2nd time on the field? They got marched on all the way down the field last drive. Their offense came back and put them back in front. Can they hold the Wildcats now? This is a deep pass for Barker, and it's going to be caught by Richardson. Javante Richardson, 57 yards down the sideline. What a throw by Drew Barker. And just like that, the Wildcats are inside the Eagles 20 as they rush back to the line, not giving the Eagles any chance to recover after that big play. Barker gives it to Koback, and Koback has nowhere to go. He gets brought down maybe just past the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 now for the Wildcats. Walker goes in motion to the right. Barker gives it to Bryant Koback. He goes up the middle and only picks up a few more. So now it's going to be 3rd and 5. Big here if the Eagles can hold them to a field goal after that big 1st play of this drive. 3rd down play. Barker gets it. He drops back. He's going to toss it into the end zone, and it's going to be caught by Clevin Thomas. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like he was going for his tight end, and for whatever reason, the tight end nor the defender went for it, and right over their heads, the ball goes, and Thomas comes streaking in behind him to make the catch. And just like that is another quick, easy scoring drive for the Wildcats, and it's 14-14. Look at these two offenses after just 3 drives combined. We're already over 200 yards, 10 1st downs, and 21 points of offense, 28 points total. This might just be a shootout here in Lexington. And the question will be, can the Eagles keep pace? 1st down play. Shaq Van takes it, and he powers forward for 5. This game very well may come down to whichever offense has the ball last. It's up to the Eagles just to try and stay in this thing and go toe-to-toe with the Wildcats. Roback fakes the give, and he's going to have to scramble out, and he's got nobody to throw to. He's just going to toss it out of bounds. So a quick third down here for the Eagles. Their second third down of the day. Can they convert it again? Roback takes a snap. He drops back. He's going to go over the middle, lobs it up for Neapalu, and he drops it again. The second drop pass by Neapalu, and that one could be costly as it sets up fourth down for the Eagles. Nice throw by Brogan, Roback, and Neapalu just could not hang on. Barnes punting inside his own 20, and he gets it all the way down to the Wildcats 21, and they are forced to fair catch it. So a nice punt there by Barnes. Can the Eagles defense come off the field without allowing a touchdown is the question now. First down, Wildcats in the shotgun. Barker gives it to Koback. Koback right up the middle, powers ahead for 9. 2nd and 1. Barker. Read option to Koback. Everybody follows Bryant Koback, and Barker goes out ahead, breaks one tackle, and gets dropped after 16 yards. Nice run there by Drew Barker. Back to the line are the Wildcats. In the shotgun again. Barker this time does give it to Bryant Koback, and Bryant Koback makes a move, breaks a tackle, and he gets inside the 40. At this rate, there may be some big numbers put up by some Kentucky offensive players. Barker takes the snap over the middle, has Thomas, and he gets absolutely decked on the play. And he is unable to hold on. That sets up a 2nd and 10 now. Another shotgun formation. This time a running back on each side of Barker. He takes the snap, and he's going to have to lob it out of bounds as nobody's open. So it's a 3rd and 10. The Wildcats are 2 for 2 on third downs. This could be a big one as they are not quite in field goal range here. 3rd and 10. Barker takes the snap. It's going to be a screen pass to the left. Rose has it, and Rose gets dropped from behind by Ike Calderon. Who else? Calderon's looking to continue his big play from last week as he brings up the first 4th down of the game for the Wildcats, and they're going to try for a very long field goal. And it is going to be up, and it is going to go left. It had the distance from about 50 plus, but it just squeaks by to the left side of the goal post. And finally the Eagles get off the field without allowing a point. So nice job by the defense to match the Wildcats defense. First down for the Eagles. They give to Shaq Van on a draw, and he's going to be taken down for a loss. In the backfield, before the play even looked like it was getting started, was Jordan Jones. So now it's a 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. In motion goes Robinson. Roback fakes to give to Van, and he rolls out to his right. He's just going to dump it off to Robinson, who can't stay in bounds. Levante Robinson looked like he was going to pick up at least 5 or 6 to set up a manageable 3rd down, but he could not stop himself after making that catch. And now it is 3rd and 11 for the Eagles. Roback fakes to give to Van again. And this time he can't get it away in time. He gets hit and the ball goes nowhere, and it's a 4th and 11. So after a great opening possession for the Eagles offense, they have not done much since. Barnes punts it away. And another great punt for him. It's fielded by Baker, and he's going to bring it back about 14, 15 yards. That sets up the Wildcats with a first down at their own 34-yard line. Barker on the option. He takes it himself. He goes up the middle. He gets hit hard, but he holds on and picks up 7. Making the play was Hoying for the Eagles. 2nd and 3 now. Barker is going to give it to Koback. Koback right up the middle. Koback picks up 10. First down, Wildcats. From midfield now, Barker gives it to Koback on an option right up the middle, and 10 plus more yards for Koback. Bryant Koback is up to 77 yards, and we're not even out of the first quarter. And now another option, and Barker keeps it left side. He's got nowhere to go. In to make the play was Jones and Calderon. Barker, draw play to Bryant Koback, and this time he's going to be wrapped up. As soon as he gets it, he ends up with a yard at best. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter, where it is the Eastern Michigan Eagles 14 and the Kentucky Wildcats 14. So all in all, a good quarter for the Eagles, and they can't ask for much more than to be tied with an SEC opponent. So first play of the second quarter is a 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats at their own 35-yard line. It's Barker in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's got time. He throws over the middle of the rows. It wasn't going to be a first down anyway, but he drops the ball when Hoying comes in to make the hit. So another long field goal here for the Wildcats. This one is lined up right down the middle. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and this one looked like it was going right, but curves back in. Nice field goal there as the Wildcats reclaim the lead, up 17-14. After the deep kickoff by the Wildcats, the Eagles take over at their own 25. Roback fakes to give to Van. He rolls out to his right. And nobody open downfield. Roback just has to try and throw it away before he gets hit, and just gets it away. Roback gives it to Van on a draw. He gets brought down from behind. 3rd and 7 for the Eagles, trying to avoid their 3rd straight 3-and-out on offense. Roback changing some things at the line. He takes a snap and he quickly fires to Sergio Bailey, who gets hit hard but hangs on to the football. Big 3rd down conversion there, 16 yards. Roback to Bailey. Roback has not gotten off to a great start here through the air, although Neapalu has dropped 2 big passes, which hurts Roback's numbers. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. It's Roback on the option, and he goes to the outside. He breaks a tackle and gets past the 50, picks up 7 yards. Roback has been pretty good on the ground so far, making up for any mistakes through the air. 2nd and 3, the give is to Van, straight up the middle, and he's not going to get there. He picks up 2, sets up a 3rd and short. Eagles come back to the line with no wide receivers and 1 man in the backfield. It's Ian Erickson, and they give it to Erickson, and he fights ahead, gets met at the line, but just gets the 1st down. Eagles are not messing around today. They're going to line up and pick up a 1st down when they have the chance. Nothing fancy on 3rd and 1. As they get inside Kentucky's 45. We're right on it here for 1st down. Roback takes the snap, fakes the give, and ends up dumping it off to Shaq Van, who breaks the tackle and gets inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Pick up a 14. 1st and 10 Eagles. Roback takes the snap. Roback quick fires, tries to hit Dan Bushman. Coming over to make the play was the safety Mike Edwards. Gets a hand in. Great play by him to set up 2nd and 10 now. Roback gives the Van left side, and he picks up a couple. 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Roback takes the snap. He drops back. He's going to fire to his left, and it's caught by Antoine Porter. 9 yards and a 1st down. Big play there. Just inside the red zone now are the Eagles. They line up with 2 men in the backfield with a fullback in the I formation. They're going to give it to Shaq Van, who follows the fullback, picks up 4 on the 1st down carry. Roback fakes the give to Erickson. Rolls out to his right, and he gets hit from behind just before he was going to get the ball off. 3rd and 6 from the 15 now. 3 wide receivers out left. Roback takes the snap. He's going to fire it to the end zone, and going up and making the play for the Wildcats was the nickel corner, and he might have just prevented a touchdown as Roback looked like he was going up for Antoine Porter. On for the field goal now is Fricano, and the kick is up, and it is good to knot this game back up at 17. Wildcats take over on their own 25. Barker takes a snap, gives it to Koback on a delayed handoff, and he's only going to be picking up about a yard. Barker takes the snap on 2nd down. He drops back, and he misses his target badly as that ball sails out of bounds. Quick 3rd down here for the Wildcats offense. They're still on their own 25-yard line. 3rd and 9. Barker takes the snap, drops back. He throws to the left. Wide open is Richardson. And he breaks the tackle up the sideline across midfield. Finally dragged out of bounds at the 45. Nice play for Javante Richardson. Both of his catches so far today have been big. He's got 2 catches for 86 yards. First down, Wildcats. Barker gives it to Koback on a delayed handoff, and he's going to be met in the backfield. Loss of 2, bringing him down is Jalen Phelps. 2nd and 12, Wildcats. In motion goes the receiver to the left. One man in the backfield. Barker gives it to him. It's Koback again on a delayed handoff, and he gets met again by Jalen Phelps. Right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 3rd and 11 for the Wildcats offense. Eagles changing things up. They get the snap off. Barker moves around in the pocket, throws it downfield, and it's going to be picked off by Calhoun. And he brings it back out to the 9-yard line. First turnover of the day goes the Eagles' way as Vince Calhoun comes up with a big interception right at the goal line. Rollback fakes the give to Van. Throws over the middle, missing his target. There's a flag on the play, however, and it looks like it's going to be pass interference against the Wildcats. Chris Westry with the pass interference. That is a big call, as that gives the Eagles a first down and gets them out of their own 9-yard line. Let's see here. It's Westry lined up against Sergio Bailey, who is in the slot. That's probably not the call right there. Right here, Bailey goes to cut across the field, and yep, it's right there. Bailey goes to cut across the field. Westry's blocking him, holding him back, and Bailey's unable to get to the football. Good call there by the officials. 1st and 10, Roback's going to give it to Van on the counter, and he gets through a hole, and he makes a move, and now he's down into the open field. Men diving behind him. They can't get him down to the 20. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Eagles! Shaq Van, 77 yards and a touchdown. What a run by Shaq Van. And on for the extra point are the Eagles, and they will take a 24-17 lead after a huge play by Shaq Van. How do the Wildcats respond to that big run by Shaq Van off of the turnover? It looked like about 4 or 5 different guys were going to wrap Shaq Van up by the shoelaces, but he managed to get by them all. On first down, Koback gets nowhere. And the tides of this game have shifted. The Eagles defense are making plays, and the offense are making explosive plays as well. Barker keeps it on a speed option. He's going to be wrapped up 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage by Kwani Figueroa. And that sets up a 3rd and 13 now. Can the Eagles defense get off the field here and really put the screws to the Wildcats? 3rd and 13, Koback on a delayed draw. He goes up the middle and he breaks the tackle and he reaches forward, but he's going to be brought down just shy of a first down. It's a minute 14 and a 7-point lead. The ball at their own 35. Can the Eagles add on more points before the end of the half here? Rollback in the shotgun with Van to his right. He takes the snap, and he's going to fire it out to the right. It's caught by Dan Bushman. 13 yards and a first down. Rollback takes the snap. He's going to go over the middle to Niapalu. This time he makes the catch. He's down to the 30-yard line. 30-yard line. It's first down, Eagles. Still 50 seconds to go as they come back to the line. 3 wide receivers out to the left, 3 out to the right, 1 to the left. Van in the backfield. Rollback takes the snap. He's going to scramble out to his left. And he's throwing to Sergio Bailey, who's coming back for the football, and it's caught. 16 yards inside the 10. It's 1st and goal, Eagles. 1st and goal from the 9. 4 tight end formation. They're going to hand it off to Shaq Van. He cuts it back inside, up the middle, fights forward, gets down to the 1. Eagles letting time click away here. 13 seconds to go as they line up on 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. And they give it to Shaq Van. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! And with 8 seconds to go in the half, the Eagles look like they're about to go up 14 points here on the road against an SEC Power 5 opponent in Kentucky. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Looks like they might have just been trying to see what they could get on a draw up the middle, because they've had success with that all day. Now they're going to air it out here. And he gets hit hard. Sacked on the play is Drew Barker by Luke McLean coming off the right side. No chance for a Hail Mary set up there. And at the end of the first half, the Eagles with a surprising 14-point lead here on the road in Lexington. It is 31-17 Eastern Michigan, as they are just 2 quarters away from their first win in school history over a Power 5 conference team. You know, this was the team to do it. This was the team to get that first Power 5 win off their back. They got games against Kentucky and Rutgers, 2 of the bottom tier Power 5 teams out there, and Eastern Michigan's turning a lot of talent. But on first play of the third quarter, Thomas gets it on the right side. He breaks the tackle. He goes all the way down the field and gets wrapped up by Jones coming across from the left side of his corner position to wrap him up at the 3-yard line. But just like that, it's 1st and goal Wildcats here in the third quarter after 1 play. They come back to the line after about 80 yards, and Koback on a draw gets up the middle and just gets the ball across. 2 plays, touchdown Wildcats, back to within 7 pending the extra point. 7-point lead early in the third. They can't let up, and the Wildcats offense has made that very obvious with their explosive plays. Roback on his first play of the second half fakes to give to Van all day. He's just going to launch it out to Sergio Bailey, and it gets broken up by Tyrell Ajon. Dangerous play by Brogan Roback after a extremely fast touchdown by the Wildcats. Maybe not the best decision to just launch one on your first play. The Eagles cannot lose focus here. They got to keep doing what they've been doing in that first half here on offense. Roback takes the snap here now in 2nd down. He gets a quick pass to Sergio Bailey, who breaks a tackle and fights ahead near midfield. 23 yards on 2nd down for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from their own 48 now for the Eagles. Roback on the option, keeps it, goes up the middle, weaves his way past the 1st down marker into Kentucky territory. 1st down now. Roback takes the snap. He's going to get it away to Neapalu on a bubble screen, and he gets forward to about the 32 to respond to the Wildcats' quick touchdown with a quick touchdown of their own. They're down to the 31-yard line. Roback fakes to give to Van. Rolls out to his right, and he's going to have to throw this one away as he was getting pressured. Back to the line now come the Eagles with an I formation. They don't bust out the I formation very often, and this time they're actually going to give it to Robinson, the fullback, and he fights forward and picks up the 1st down with a gain of 3 yards. Inside the 30 now are the Eagles. I formation again, this time with 2 wide receivers on each side of the field. Sergio Bailey comes in motion, and they're going to give it to Shaq Van up the middle, but he cuts it outside and makes a move and fights his way for the 1st down and out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Shaq Van so quick on his feet, so quick to change direction on you. Roback now with 1 man in the backfield will take the snap, and he's going to dump it off quickly to Dan Bushman, who gets out of bounds after a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7, Roback with the give to Ian Erickson. He gets to the outside edge. Can he get to the pylon? He dives! Touchdown, Eagles! Ian Erickson is 2nd of the day. It's a 12-yard just sprint to the corner of the end zone, and the Eagles are going to go back up 14 with the extra point that is up and good. The Eagles are not backing down to the Wildcats. They are going toe-to-toe and then some. They are up 2 scores now. Once again, 1st down, Brian Koback on a handoff. He goes up the middle, picks up 6. 2nd down, Barker on the option. Nowhere to go. Both options were covered up. Bringing him down for a loss of 3 was Ike Spearman. Whether he gave it to Koback or not, that play was losing yardage. It sets up a 3rd and 7 now. And the Eagles can really start to make this game look like it's going to be hard to overcome with a big play, and they get it. It's picked off by Jones. Drew Barker with his 2nd interception of the day. That one to the cornerback, Jones, who comes up with the interception, and now the Eagles take over inside Kentucky territory at the 44 with a chance to really start to put this one away, believe it or not. 1st and 10, Roback on a draw play to Van. Van cuts outside, goes back in and picks up 8. 2nd and 2, Roback on the option, keeps it himself once again, and he picks up the first and slides. In motion comes Antoine Porter across the middle. Rollback takes a snap, drops back, gets it off the Porter, and he's got nowhere to go. Gets a yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Rollback gives it to Van. He goes right up the middle and gets met. After 4 yards, it's going to set up a 3rd and 6. 3 receivers out wide. 1 tight end to the left and 1 man in the backfield. Zine Erickson under center is Rollback. He takes the snap. He drops back. He quickly dumps it off to the left to Dan Bushman. Dan Bushman tried to stay in bounds and took too much time trying to get back upfield and ends up with nothing on the play. So on the field now for about a 40-yard field goal is Fricano, and his kick is up and good. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and that gives the Eagles a 17-point lead here in the 3rd. Back to the line in a hurry are the Wildcats here for 2nd and 7. Single back, Koback, and he gets it again on another delayed handoff, and this time he's got nothing again. Looked like he might break it free, but he gets dragged down after 3 more yards. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Drew Barker in the shotgun. Koback to his left. They give it to him on a draw, and he's got absolutely nowhere. He's smothered by multiple defenders. Kwani Figueroa is going to get credit for the tackle, but there was multiple Eagles in the backfield and a quick 3-and-out for the Eagles. And not only do they look like they may go on to win their first game against a Power 5 team, it looks like they may do it in convincing fashion, as this defense has really tightened it up here against the Wildcats and have smothered them on about 3 or 4 straight possessions. And Sergio Bailey now has the punt return, and he's got a lot of open field. He cuts it back up the middle. Sergio Bailey, 15-10-5, touchdown Eagles! Sergio Bailey, the second who opened the game with a 103-yard kick return for a touchdown, just returns a punt for one as well. It's now 48-24 Eagles here, nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sergio Bailey with a kick return and punt return in the same game may just be the star. We knew this Eastern Michigan team had a chance to be good, at least in terms of their history and MAC teams go. But maybe not this good. They're up 48-24 late here at Kentucky. Throwing it deep is Drew Barker, and that's got no chance. Going up and knocking it down was Jason Beck. Looked like he dropped what could have been the 3rd interception of the day for the Eagles. I don't think anybody expected the Eagles to dominate just like this, like they have today. 2nd down, Barker takes the snap, drops back, nowhere to go with the football, and he's going to be brought down from behind. He's sacked by Kwani Figueroa. 3rd and 12 now. This Eagles defense has been relentless the last multiple possessions in a row. 3rd and 12. It's going to be a screen pass out to Koback. He's got plenty of blockers. He's got plenty of room. He goes up the middle through his blocks, and he picks up 22 yards. 1st down, Wildcats, as they desperately try to get back on the board here and make this one interesting. Barker takes a snap, drops back, throws to his left, lobs it out. Nice throw by Drew Barker to Dorian Baker. 1st down conversion there after a 21-yard pickup. Back to the line come the Wildcats. Barker takes it again in the shotgun, scrambles around, nowhere to go. He's sacked! He's sacked by Kwani Figueroa, and the ball is picked up by Luke McLean. What a game for Figueroa. He's got 2 sacks, multiple tackles behind the line. And that's the 3rd turnover of the day for the Wildcats, all 3 of them from quarterback Drew Barker. And the Eagles take over from their own 40, up 24 points. Unbelievable. Shaq Van on 1st down, bounces off of a tackle, picks up 4. The Eagles are in no rush here. What a performance by them today. 2nd and 6. Shaq Van on the draw, cuts it back outside, and gets 4 more yards on 2nd, set up 3rd and 2 as we end the end of the 3rd quarter with the Eagles up 48-24 on the road against an SEC Power 5 opponent in the Kentucky Wildcats. Nobody saw this one coming. 3rd and 2, Roback gives to Van, and Van gets 4 more yards for the 3rd straight carry and a 1st down for the Eagles. Eagles are inside the Wildcats territory now to start this fresh set of downs. And Van gets the ball yet again for the fourth straight play, and why not? He's got nowhere to go. He goes back and then forward again, gets around to the edge, and picks up another 4 yards. It's going to be an option now on second down. Roback keeps it and slides down after picking up another first down. Man, what a performance here by the Eagles, as they are now almost in complete domination mode on both sides of the ball. First down, give to Ian Erickson. He goes to the outside, and he gets ahead and fights forward for 9 yards. 2nd and 1 here. Looks like it's a triple option, and he pitches it to Erickson right before he gets hit. Brogan Roback with a nice play there on the option. 2nd and 7. Robinson in motion to the left. Roback fakes the give to Van. Firing towards the end zone. It's caught by Antoine Porter right at the goal line. It sets up a 1st and goal for the Eagles. Roback under center. Shaq Van alone back in the backfield. Roback takes a snap, throws over the middle, dropped by Sergio Bailey. Shaq Van, the lone setback. 3 wide receivers on the formation. Roback takes it again, and this time he's going to scramble out to the right. He's still scrambling, fires to the end zone, and it's swatted away by the linebacker that was covering him. Looks like he was trying for Dan Bushman, who might have been open there. I think the Eagles, with the great game that Roback's had, they're trying to get him his first passing touchdown of the day. Despite the 48 points, he's yet to do so on the day. That might have been the reasoning for the 2 straight passes from the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal now, and they're going to give it to Shaq Van on an option, and Roback probably should have just kept that one himself, and he knows it. 4th and goal from the 1, and the Eagles keep their offense on the field. Why not? You only get one chance to make a statement win like this. They're not going to back down up 24 points late. Roback fakes the give. He's going to roll out, toss it to the end zone, and it's going to miss the target. He had a man open, but on the run, he was unable to make the play. So unfortunately, the Eagles cannot add on to their 24-point lead, but now the Wildcats have the ball at their own 1 with a lot of yards to make up and not a lot of time, as they got to try and make up 24 points. On first down, they give it to a fullback, Charles Walker. Picks up 8 on the play. Nice run there to get them out of their own 1-yard line. But the clock is ticking, and they still got 90 yards to go if they want to start chipping away at this big lead for the Eagles. They dump it out to Brian Koback on 2nd down, and he picks up the first after 7 yards and gets out of bounds. After a ball that was thrown out of bounds on 1st down, Barker has it here on 2nd. He goes over the middle and gets it to Richardson. Javante Richardson with a nice catch there. Nice throw by Drew Barker. Barker takes the snap, gives it to Koback on a delayed handoff, and Koback up the middle picks up 10 and a first. Eagles have given up a lot of yards on the ground today, but at this point they'll welcome any yards that the Wildcats want on the ground as time continues to click off the clock. On 1st down, Barker dumps it off to C.J. Conrad for another 1st down. So the Wildcats are making their way down the field chunk by chunk, and the Eagles are more than happy to oblige. Here as Barker gets it over the middle to Thomas. What a throw there by Barker again. 1st down, Wildcats, 20 yards inside the 25 now. Under 4 minutes to go here. First down from the 21 for the Wildcats. Barker takes the snap, throwing out to the left, and it's caught by Javante Richardson. Another 1st down for the Wildcats. Eagles are giving about a 10-yard cushion on every play. Barker this time throwing to the end zone and nearly intercepted by Jason Beck. 2nd down, Barker, plenty of time to throw. Standing in the pocket, finally just going to take it off with it, and he gets nowhere. Williams brings him down after a gain of 3. 3rd down for the Wildcats. Barker with the ball. More time to throw, and he misses his target badly out of bounds. 4th down. Barker in the shotgun gets the snap. Here comes the blitz from the Eagle. He breaks the tackle, but then gets taken down from behind. Sacked for a big loss. Coming in was the linebacker to make the play. Rockwell brings him down. And the Eagles, with 3 minutes to go, come in with their 2nd team offense, believe it or not. I think plenty of people thought that the Eagles were good enough to hang with the Wildcats Not many people thought they were good enough to come away with a win against the Wildcats on the road, let alone a big win like this one looks like it will shape up to be. 3rd and 5 now. Porter keeps it. He drops back, and he gets hit before he could get rid of it. Todd Porter with his first pass attempt of the year. Didn't go very well for him. Kentucky starters are still in the game, though, as Drew Barker is in the pistol. Barker with the ball, takes a snap. He dumps it off to C.J. Conrad, who breaks a tackle and cuts upfield and gets nice yardage in the first. Barker with the snap, throwing out to the right, bringing it in is Dorian Baker, but his momentum carries him out after only 3 yards. 2nd and 7, Barker with the snap. Moves around in the pocket, gets hit hard, but just gets it off to Clevin Thomas and is caught at the sideline. Even the Eagles' second-team defense is doing a decent job getting home so far here on this drive. Barker with the snap. In the shotgun, misses his target, and that one goes out of bounds. 2nd down for the Wildcats. Barker throwing it out of bounds again, as that time Rochwell came off the edge. 3rd and 10 from the Eagles 31 now are the Wildcats. Barker with the snap, dumps it off to Koback on a screen, and it gets blown up for a loss. And that's Ian Erickson, the running back, who plays cornerback a little bit on the second team. He comes up with the play. Wildcats are going to go for it now on 4th and 12. It's a pistol formation. 3 wide receivers out left, 1 to the right. Barker with the snap. And that ball gets swatted down by Jalen Phelps. What a play by him. He's had a couple big plays today, and he caps off his performance with a nice diving breakup of that pass. Aristotle in motion to the right. And he gets it on a sweep, and he picks up 6 yards right up the middle. 3rd and 1. Porter takes the snap. He's going to throw, and this time he gets it off, and that's Aristotle again. And for the first time on the season, Todd Porter completes a pass. And on the last play of the game, Ian Erickson gets it up the middle, picks up 5, and the Eagles are going to get their very first win against a Power 5 opponent in school history as they come down to Lexington and not just win, they dominate the Wildcats with a 48-24 victory. Unbelievable. Just how did the Eagles do it? I'm not sure. It looked like after that opening touchdown, it might have been the Eagles' day, but the Wildcats kind of bullied the Eagles a little bit on offense for the first few possessions, but the Eastern Michigan defense did a great job tightening up and putting a stop to Kentucky ultimately, despite giving up 21 first downs and 487 yards of offense. But the Eagles went toe-to-toe with 22 first downs and 466 yards of offense. The Eagles ran the ball 39 times for 298 yards and 4 touchdowns. They gave up 131 yards on the ground on 2 carries and 2 touchdowns. Through the air, they were 15 for 29, but no throwing touchdowns on the day. The Wildcats, not a lot of success through the air. 19 for 34, 1 touchdown. They did pick up 356 yards, though, through the air, while the Eagles only picked up 168. 3rd down conversions might have been the story of the game, as the Eagles were 7 for 13, while the Wildcats were only 4 for 12. Eagles were 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions, while the Wildcats were 0 for 2. The red zone, the Eagles reached 5 times, coming away with 3 touchdowns and 1 field goal. The Kentucky Wildcats reached the red zone 4 times, coming away with 3 touchdowns. The biggest story of the game might have been the turnovers. No turnovers on the day for the Eagles. 3 for the Wildcats. They lost 1 fumble through 2 interceptions. Punt return yardage 82-14 in favor of the Eagles. Kick return yardage 150-75 in favor of the Eagles. Special teams also played a big role in this game. Obviously, Sergio Bailey opened the game with a 103-yard kickoff return. He also had that 77-yard punt return. That was huge. Total yardage 698-576 in favor of the Eagles. Eastern Michigan punted 3 times for an average of 49.3, while the Wildcats punted it twice for an average of 43.5. Time of possession 19:43 for the Eagles, 12:17 for the Wildcats. Wildcats run that hurry-up offense, which plays a role in that. Player stats. You see Brogan Roback had a great game despite not throwing a touchdown. He was 14 for 27 for 159 yards. Drew Barker had some trouble for Kentucky. He completed 55% of his passes with 2 interceptions, although he did have a touchdown and quite a
a lot of yardage through the air. Rushing-wise, Shaq Van, what a game. 157 yards on 20 carries and 2 touchdowns, including that 77-yarder. Ian Erickson also had 2 touchdowns on the ground with 71 yards on only 10 carries. And Brogan Roback, 58 yards on 6 carries. Bryant Kobach had a nice game for the Wildcats. He had 119 yards and 22 carries with 2 touchdowns. Receiving, look at the Wildcats receivers. They had Javante Richardson with 4 catches, 112 yards, and then Cleveland Thomas with 4 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown. Eastern Michigan had 4 catches for 37 yards for Antoine Porter. Dan Bushman had 3 for 16. Sergio Bailey, 3 for 55. Johnny Niapolo, 2 for 36. Could have had some more without those big drops that he had early on in the game. No sacks given up by the Eagles, which is very impressive. 3 given up by the Wildcats. So you look at defense, 9 tackles on the day for Vince Calhoun. Ike Calderon, who had a great game his first week, wasn't in on a whole lot of plays today. He had 4 tackles on the day. Look at tackles for a loss. Kwani Figueroa, the right end, with 4 tackles for a loss. Kyle Rochwall, Ike Spearman, Luke McLean, Jalen Phelps, and Ian Erickson also had 1 apiece. Sacks, Kwani Figueroa with 2. Kyle Rochwall and Luke McLean with 1 each. Interceptions, Shaq Jones had 1 and Vince Calhoun had another. Look at pass deflections. Jason Beck had 2 and Jalen Phelps had 1. Forced fumble was by Kwani Figueroa as well. He was probably the defensive player of the game for sure, and Luke McLean recovered that one. And field goals, Paul Fricano was 2 for 2 with a long of 41, 6 for 6 on extra points, and Austin Barnes with 3 nice punts, and none of his kick returns, I think 2 of his kickoffs were returned. So quite the game by the Eagles. They start the season 2-0 in convincing fashion with 2 beautiful victories. And this one may just be the greatest victory in program history, believe it or not, because let's face it, the program history is not that great. And for their first win against a Power 5 team on the road against the SEC's Kentucky to win by 24 is very, very nice for the Eagles. And that might just be the school's best win ever. So as we look around the league after week number 2 in the first game for most teams, let's check out the top 25. We got Alabama number 1, Clemson number 2, Oklahoma number 3, Florida State number 4, Ohio State number 5, Michigan number 6, Stanford number 7, Tennessee number 8, Notre Dame 9, and TCU 10. That's the top 10. Looks like it was unchanged from the week prior. As we go through the rest of the top 25 here, not a lot of shakeup. Looks like whoever was 19 lost. In fact, that was USC. So it looks like they ended up losing at home to Washington State. Louisville, who's number 18, also lost. And look at that. Toledo, our MAC colleague, slips into the top 25. They opened the season with a win at Florida. And then they followed it up with another 2-possession win at Missouri. So look at Toledo, 2-0 to start the season against 2 SEC opponents on the road. And both of them one by 10 points and one by 8 points. So we need to watch out for Toledo. All right, so let's check out what happened in our conference for week number 2. We rolled the Kentucky Wildcats on the road, while Louisiana goes into Akron and wins. Looks like Louisiana Lafayette beats Akron by a score of 24-21. Bowling Green takes care of Kent State to open up conference play. Ohio with a big victory at home against North Texas. Army rolls Ball State on the road. Toledo with a huge road win at Missouri. And Baylor takes care of Buffalo at home, and Western Michigan looks like they struggled a bit with an FCS opponent, but ultimately came away with the win. How about that? The MAC are 2-0 against the SEC this week. Let's see what happened. Let's refresh our memory here. Okay, so yeah, the MAC are 3-0 against the SEC to open up this season. Let's see what's going to go on next week. We're going to go to Piscataway, New Jersey, and take on Rutgers, Ohio, and Ball State have a conference game. Kent State's at LSU. Hey, maybe we can make it 4-0 over the SEC. And then Buffalo, Bowling Green, Toledo, and Northern Illinois all host an FCS opponent, and Central Michigan is going to go on the road against UNLV. So not a whole lot looks like it's changed on the recruiting front for us after our second win of the season. And no players are ready for a visit just yet, so I'm actually just going to keep the board as it is. Everything looks like it's going all right, at least as far as we can expect here at Eastern. Alright, so after their very first win ever against a Power 5 opponent, why not make it 2 in a row? Why not get your very first win ever against a Big Ten opponent? That's the question the Eagles are asking, as they're going to go on the road to Piscataway, New Jersey, and take on the Rutgers University Scarlet Knights. And Rutgers are 1-1 on the season. Kirk Herbstreit likes them again, but so far Kirk Herbstreit's 0-2 in games involving Eastern Michigan. So as we take a look here at Rutgers, it looks like they beat Fresno State on the road by 3, and they got taken care of by SMU on the road by 14. So it's their home opener against Eastern Michigan, and I'll say that this game may be pretty even. I was expecting Eastern Michigan and Kentucky to be pretty even. And Eastern made it look easy. So who knows what happens next week when the Eagles take on Rutgers. You'll have to tune in to find out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.